Claude Opus 4.6 versus GPT 5.3 codex. Who wins? Claude Opus 4.6 versus GPT 5.3 codex. The two biggest AI companies just dropped their most powerful coding models ever. And honestly, the results are insane. One handles massive projects like a senior engineer. The other moves so fast it's scary. So which one should you actually use? Let's find out. All right, so yesterday, OpenAI and Anthropic both launched new coding models on the exact same day. February 5th, 2026, OpenAI dropped GPT 5.3 codex, Anthropic fired back with Claude Opus 4.6. And these aren't just small updates, these are full-blown agentic coding models that can handle entire software projects from start to finish, planning, coding, debugging, testing, all of it. Here's another thing. Both models are getting integrated everywhere. Claude Opus 4.6 is already on GitHub Copilot. GPT 5.3 is rolling out across OpenAI's tools. And both companies are calling this a watershed moment for agentic AI. That's the term they're using, agentic, because these models don't just respond to prompts anymore. They plan, execute, and adapt. They're agents, and that changes everything. Let me tell you why this matters for your business. If you're running any kind of online operation, whether it's an agency, a content business, or an automation company, you're probably writing code or managing developers. These tools can cut your development time in half, maybe more. I've been using both models to build automations for client projects at Goldie Agency. Things that used to take a developer 2 days now take 2 hours. And the quality is actually better because these models don't get tired, don't miss edge cases, and can review their own work. Here's a real example. We can build a lead scraping tool that pulls contact info from multiple directories, cleans the data, scores each lead based on criteria, and pushes it into our CRM. That's normally a full week project with testing. I gave Claude Opus 4.6 the requirements and our existing CRM API docs. It built the whole thing in 3 hours. I'm not exaggerating, 3 hours. And it worked on the first try. The 1 million token context window meant it could see all our API documentation, our data schemas, and the requirements at the same time. No back and forth, no confusion. It just built it. Now I also tested GPT 5.3 codex on a similar project. We needed a quick prototype for a content scheduling system, something that takes blog posts, schedules them across social platforms, and tracks engagement. GPT built it in under an hour. The speed was incredible, but I had to give it more specific instructions because it couldn't hold as much context. I broke the project into smaller chunks. First the scheduler, then the API integrations, then the tracking. It worked great, just different workflow. And here's what nobody's talking about yet. These models are getting so good that they're changing how we should think about hiring developers. I'm not saying replace your dev team, but if you're a solopreneur or running a small agency, you might not need to hire a full-time developer anymore. You can handle most of your automation and tooling needs with these AI models. Then bring in a human developer for the complex stuff or final review. That's a massive cost savings. And it lets you move faster than your competitors who are still waiting on dev cycles. Another thing I've noticed is how these models handle documentation. Both Claude and GPT can read your existing docs and generate new features that match your code style and patterns. That's huge because one of the biggest problems in software projects is inconsistency. Different developers write code differently. These AI models can maintain consistency across your entire code base. They learn your patterns and stick to them. At the AI Profit Boardroom, we use this for all our automation scripts. Everything follows the same structure, same naming conventions, same error handling. It makes maintenance so much easier. All right, here's what I recommend. If you're working on big, complex projects where you need deep understanding, use Claude Opus 4.6. Things like refactoring a massive code base, building interconnected systems, or reviewing tons of code at once, Claude handles that better. If you're doing rapid iterations, prototyping, or need fast results, use GPT 5.3 codex. It's faster, it's responsive, and it keeps up with you. Honestly, you should probably use both. I do. I use Claude for deep work and GPT for quick tasks. They complement each other. And here's the thing. This is just the beginning. Both companies are pushing hard on agentic coding. We're going to see more models, more features, more integrations. This space is moving fast. Let me give you some quick use cases for each. Use Claude Opus 4.6 for code reviews, debugging large projects, building complex automations, understanding legacy code, and research workflows. Use GPT 5.3 codex for quick prototypes, fast iterations, real-time steering on tasks, CLI workflows, and speed critical projects. Both are available now. You can test Claude on Claude AI if you have a Pro or Max plan. You can test GPT through OpenAI's Codex CLI. Just run the command codex -- model GPT 5.3 codex, and you're good to go. Here's the honest truth. Both models are incredible. If I had to pick one, I'd say Claude Opus 4.6 for most serious work. The 1 million token context window is a game changer, but GPT 5.3 codex has that speed advantage, and speed matters when you're moving fast. The best move is to try both and see which one fits your workflow. They're both free to test in different ways, and they're both going to keep getting better. One more thing, if you're serious about using AI to grow your business, you need to be part of a community that's actually doing it, not just talking about it, doing it. That's what the AI Success Lab is for. It's a free community of over 40,000 people who are using AI every single day to automate, scale, and win. You'll get access to all the video notes from this breakdown, plus hundreds of AI use cases, SOPs, and step-by-step processes. No theory, just real strategies that work. Link is in the comments and description. Join us. All right, that's it for today.